I was there, I just came later.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm reading
What time
upside
did you
down, I'm
leave?
sorry.
Well, we were there
Useful
from noon
financial
until,
support.
1:30 maybe.
Oh, yeah, must have
We were there
Where's
for the
BB
ribbon.
here?
Yeah,
We're all there
ribbon.
for the ribbon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an amazing store. They
Yeah,
do
we're pretty
outstanding.
busy. I mean, it was,
Even when I was there,
Was
yeah,
it
it was
still?
crazy. Oh, yeah, all day it was crazy.
It is
Till like
on the
4
agenda.
o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah, so I hope they do well.
I think they will. Yeah, for a lot of different.
Yeah, Will and myself. and
Craig?
And then,
BB
Gary
is on the
Post was
agenda
there
tonight,
also.
correct?
And that lot merger agreement, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Which item is that?
Item B.
Item B.
Will did.
Yeah.
He asked me, I said, well, you go.
Yeah.
Termination
Yeah.
and
We were
release
just
of
there for the
use
cutting.
restriction.
Not me.
It's,
Larabelle's, how are you guys tonight? Good to see you. Oh, good.
Picked a hot day.
I saw somebody in the township garden yesterday. Was that Skip?
Probably her. That's where we were playing.
Ah. There was spots of frost last night. Hopefully that's the end of it.
They're hoping so. Hey. Oh.
Yeah. It should be good. Are we good to go for 7? Everyone ready?
You're in charge, man. You
Okay,
got the
let's
gavel.
go.
You got the hammer.
Thank you. It is 7 o'clock. It's time to call the Ferrisburg City Council meeting to order for Monday, June 2nd, 2025. Amber, could you call roll, please?
Councilmember Montgomery.
Here.
Councilmember Sias.
Here.
Councilmember Murdoch.
here.
Councilmember Kate. Councilmember DeWitt.
Here.
Councilmember Sturley. Mayor Carlson.
Here.
Your Honor.
Go ahead. I'll make a motion to excuse Councilmember Kate and to excuse Councilmember Sturley. I believe he's coming on his way based on his email.
I think, Amber, you can note when Mr. Sturley shows up. Time-wise, okay. Second.
Okay. Motion and second on the floor. Any discussion? Seeing none, Amber, could you call roll, please?
Councilmember Montgomery.
Yes.
Councilmember Sias.
Yes.
Councilmember Murdoch.
Yes.
Councilmember Kate. I'm sorry. Councilmember DeWitt.
Yes.
Mayor Carlson.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Very good. We could all rise for a moment of silent prayer, followed by our pledge of allegiance, please. Y'all join me in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. And I thank you all. Now is the time for public comments. This time on the agenda is for any citizen to direct brief comments or questions to the city council. Time for public comments will be given when an agenda item is discussed. If you have a comment or question, please stand by the wall near the podium to ensure visibility and to be recognized. And after being recognized by the mayor, please give your name and address of residency for the record and proceed with your comment or question. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Do we have any public comment? Mr.
Skip
Larabelle.
Larabelle, 16814 Virginia Avenue. My wife and I just wanted to say thank you once again for examining produce stands in residential areas. And we think this is a positive step in the right direction to make it more accessible. You know, considering that we give away our produce for free, it's a little bit of a different scenario than a lot of other of our ordinance, I suppose. So we just wanted to say thank you again. We are in support of this change that will include us The only thing we ask is that in the future, the city just keeps an eye on, I guess, our farm stands or produce stands in Ferrisburg in general, just to make sure that it's an accessible thing for everybody to do, and it's not too overly complicated as far as the application process or requirements. It's obvious that, you know, there does have to be some guidelines, so all neighbors can, you know, not just benefit from it, but be able to live with it. And yeah, so we're just here for that, and we want to thank you guys again. Thanks.
Great, thank you. Do we have any other public comment this evening? Seeing none, let's move forward. Item 6 is consideration for approval of the consent agenda. 6A, approve the May 19th, 2025 City Council minutes as printed. 6B, approve the city's bill memos in the amount of $99,048.04. And 6C is to adopt ordinance number 337, an ordinance to amend the city code by amending chapter 154 zoning to amend section 3.280 to permit small-scale produce stands in a residential zoning district.
Your Honor,
Yes.
there's one change to the minutes. Amber Shaner will be signing the minutes.
On the printed minutes for your approval, it says Clerk Bessinger, or Acting Clerk Bessinger on the last page. That'll be changed for you prior to signing this evening.
Okay. So moved.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion regarding the consent agenda? Which includes the produce stands, by the way.
Mr. Mayor, I got a
Yes.
question for Craig. I see we got two companies doing tree removal.
Yes,
I thought we designated 10 or 12 or whatever trees, and we hired one company.
we did. This is some tree damaged from the storms.
Okay,
We had to get someone in here to take care of a couple trees for us.
okay. And the other guy wasn't available, or?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Anyone else regarding the consent agenda?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I do have a question. Craig, could you break down the Alaris financial accounts? I see, I realize they're for the MERS account, is that correct? Yeah, our pension. Every month, we seem to contribute a lot to different accounts. I imagine some of the accounts are for employee contributions, and some of them are for paying down our regular pension plan for the people on pension. Is that correct? Yeah. Correct. Okay. All right. That's all I was questioning. So, well, I guess the MERS DCT, the $3,971.85. What is that expense?
So we had an employee that came on July of last fiscal year, and his DC account wasn't setting up appropriately. So I've been working with MERS to get that corrected, and then I had to do a running total of everything since July 1st pay periods, in addition up through May now, and then I sent in and made the enter. So we've been holding all of the funds from him from his payroll checks. We just hadn't submitted it yet to MERS because he wasn't enrolled.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Just to expand on that, 457 plan, that's just an employee with a contribution, voluntary contribution. There's no cost to the city.
Okay.
And the health savings plan is a match that is mandatory deduction for the employee at $1,750 a week, a pay period, and the city matches that up to $10,000.
Is that's annually? 10,000
$10,000 period for each
per
employee.
quarter, or?
For each employee.
Oh.
So if someone,
through the whole.
if someone voluntarily contributes $300, the city will match that $300 up to $10,000 over the life of the employee.
Okay, through his whole employment. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you.
Jake, we're just going through the consent agenda. Craig, on top of that $2,000 for the tree removal, did we have any additional expenses from that storm that came through?
We had quite a bit of overtime cleaning up. The guys did a nice job, got it done with, and so it wasn't out there on the shoulders.
How much?
There's probably 20, 25 hours of overtime, over 5 employees.
Anyone else have any questions regarding the consent agenda at all?
Thank you.
No? No? Amber, could you call roll?
Councilmember Sias.
Yay?
Councilmember Murdoch.
Yes.
Councilmember DeWitt. Councilmember Sterling.
Yes.
Councilmember Montgomery.
Yes.
Mayor Carlson.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Very good. Moving on to 7A, discussion to take action if appropriate to approve a proposal for municipal financial support with the Chamber of Commerce for the period October 1st, 25 through September 30th, 2026. Craig, you want to fill us in?
Yes. So previously, the Chamber would provide economic development for the 5 communities. And each 5 communities would enter a 3-year contract with the Chamber to provide that services. One community has opted to withdraw from that agreement, and so it was one of the major payers. So the contract is going to change a little bit. We're not going to have a dedicated person for economic development from the Chamber. So in place of that, they put together this contract and list the number of items that they want to provide for the communities. As an example, beyond what they list here, when the Earned Sick Time Act was being developed earlier this year, they put a lot of information, put a lot of time in to distribute to the businesses so that they were prepared to implement that act. So they do a lot of business education. They do seminars besides what they do there. For that services, they want a contribution from the city of $5,000. Economic development contract last year, the city paid $82.68 on that.
81, you said?
$8,268.
And they want to drop it down to $5,000.
5,000,
What,
yes,
they've dropped a full-time person or a half-time person?
full time.
Full-time person. And somebody from the chamber was going to be here tonight?
Yes, the president, Mark Allen, was going to be here, but this emergency came up and was not going to be able to make it tonight.
Your Honor,
Yes.
do you think it's necessary we have the president here to explain this? That can,
I personally like to hear from him since things have changed since Ms. Butler left the chamber. I'd like to hear about what the services that the chamber's gonna offer.
would you entertain a motion to table this till the next meeting?
Yes.
Support. We know why the other community dropped, correct?
They felt that they wanted to go a different avenue for their economic development.
This is City of Grand Haven.
Correct.
They have a bigger tax base and a better staff, more staff, I'm sure that entered into it.
So the city of Grand Haven is not gonna partner with them?
Correct.
Now, are they still gonna be a member of the chamber,
Yes, they will still be a chamber member.
but not for the services?
Correct, not for economic development. The chamber is still going to work with the city of Grand Haven, providing services just like the list here. They do it for all the businesses in the 5 communities.
Thank you.
Cost savings by the City of Grand Haven?
Yes.
Thank you.
City of Grand Haven and Grand Haven Township were the big players in this.
All right, so this is tabled for next time Mr. Allen can show up.
Okay.
Okay. Do we need to have a vote on that?
Please.
Parliamentarian, yes? Okay, Amber?
Councilmember Murdoch.
Yes.
Councilmember DeWitt.
Yes.
Councilmember Sterling.
Yes.
Councilmember Montgomery.
Yes.
Councilmember Sias.
Yes.
Mayor Carlson.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Next on the agenda is item 7B, discussion and take action if appropriate to approve a termination and release of use restriction and to authorize the mayor and city clerk to sign a document. Craig, you want to fill us in on this, please?
Yes. So when the sanitary sewer came into the city, everybody that we had frontage along that sanitary sewer main was required to pay the hookup charge. Some residents had 2 parcels, and instead of paying for 2 hookup charges for the both parcels, one with a house and a vacant lot, they would enter into a lot merger agreement where they would not develop that second lot without city approval. And so that way, there was only one sanitary sewer assessment assessed to that property owner. Mr. Brockmeyer is buying Mr. Beebe's property. Mr. Beebe has his lot merger agreement on it and it's been recorded. The title company wants that merger agreement released. And so by doing that, release, the developer can purchase that property title clear. And then he'll still pay the sanitary sewer costs for each individual dwelling that he develops in that development.
Okay. Anyone have any questions on this?
Connor?
Yes.
Craig, so correct me if I'm wrong, that when sanitary sewer and they took deferred payments over time, when the hookups were initially,
So when the sanitary sewer first came into the city, the property owner had an option to pay in full or pay the assessment over, I think it was 15 years.
has that debt been satisfied on this?
Yeah, everybody's been special assessed, has been paid in full now.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve a termination release of use restriction and to authorize the mayor and city clerk to sign the document.
Okay. Motion and support on the floor. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Amber?
Okay, Councilmember DeWitt,
Yes.
Councilmember Sterling,
Yes.
Councilmember Montgomery,
Yes.
Councilmember Sias,
Yes.
Councilmember Murdoch,
Yes.
Mayor Carlson,
Yes.
motion passed.
Thank you. Moving on to 7C, introduction of ordinance number 338, a cost recovery ordinance. Craig, you want to fill us in on this?
Sure. During the work sessions, previous city councils indicated their desire to have a cost recovery ordinance. And so in front of you is a draft that's basically framed after the city of Grand Haven and the city of Grand Haven that would, if someone had accident or incident in the city that emergency personnel were going to have to respond to, their cost of that response would be charged to that person who caused the incident. So basically, if someone had only if there was a substance abuse or alcohol would the cost recovery come into effect. So if we have someone calls in a gas leak in our house, fire department responds to that, there's no charge to that property owner. There's only incidents related to alcohol or substance abuse.
Thought we talked about hazardous materials as well.
There was some talk about hazmat material or commercial developments and stuff like that. I'll need a little more direction from city council on exactly what you want from that in the ordinance.
Connor?
Yes.
So we could add to this, or pass this and then add to this ordinance in the future, or do we need to wait and have hazmat involved in this initial?
An ordinance can always be amended by city council the same way it's adopted, first reading and then adoption on the second meeting. If this one was approved, this is just introduction and first reading. If there's interest in doing something different, please direct staff to do that, and then we can revise this draft to bring it back to city council.
Well, addressing Will's question, we have a drunk driver with a rollover and we have gas spillage or antifreeze, whatever, that we have to do a hazmat. Obviously, the cost goes up. Now, would that be covered under this or just
Yes.
Because there's alcohol involved. But
Right.
I'm saying even if there's not alcohol involved, because we're transporting so many hazardous materials through the city, if there's an at-fault issue that results in hazmat issue, that's gonna get real expensive for the fire department.
So when you say at fault, so if say you got a semi driver that rolls over, if he gets a ticket, he would be at fault, that would be a recovery?
No, not in this ordinance now. Not in the
That
draft.
would, I mean,
That's what I'm.
that's what you're
Yeah.
proposing?
Yeah.
Craig, how does that work does the city get reimbursed when there's a car accident between two citizens? Do their insurance coverages cover that?
No, there's no charge.
There's no charge.
No.
What if there's damage to city infrastructure?
Then we go after the insurance company, yes. So we had the hydrant on 174th Avenue, we got correct, I think it was $8,000, and we turned it into the insurance company, and they depreciate the hydrant because it was an original hydrant from 1973, which is no value. So out of the 8,000, I think we got 2,500 or something.
So when there's a car accident and someone clips off a telephone pole, the only thing their insurance company is going to be paying for isn't an ambulance or fire response. It's just for the telephone pole, whatever the utility charge is.
Correct.
No emergency response
Correct.
recoup.
Correct.
But if we were to put an ordinance in and cover what William was talking about, considering we've got 300 truckloads a day going through town, then we'd be able to recoup that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I think in a vehicle crash where we have to, our fire department has to extradite somebody, I think there should be a charge. As far as the hazmat, obviously that's a no-brainer. There should be a charge, a reimbursement. Now, the drunk driver thing, you know, I understand what you're trying to do here, but if you have a crash and you got 4 fire guys involved, extraditing some people or family or whatever out of a car, you could have 2, 3, 4, 5 hours involved. Now, at this point, the city absorbs that cost, correct?
Correct.
Now, I understand that, you know, we pay taxes for the fire department. And I would not be in favor in any way, shape, or form of charging if there's a fire, medical, you know, medical assist, that kind of thing. That I feel would be part of our tax that we pay tax for. But as far as a car crash, yeah, I've advocated to have some kind of charge for that, whether it be a flat fee or some kind of reimbursement for years, and always got shot down. So I don't know. That's just my thought.
Chief, very adamantly.
Yes. He reviewed this cost recovery draft, and he was fine with it as long as we didn't add anything else to it at this time.
I think you'd be okay with adding hazardous material to it?
I think so, yes.
And then just forget about the car crash reimbursement at this point.
Plus it's alcohol
Alcohol
involved,
or.
yeah.
a
Right.
substance.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You get a crash on 31, we respond, there could be 3 or 4 cars involved. They could be there 7, 8, 9 hours.
That does,
Do you have enough direction?
yes, I appreciate that, thank you.
Okay, very good. Moving on to 7D, discussion and take action if appropriate to approve a statement of business dealings with the city. Craig, you want to fill us in on this, please?
Yes, anytime a city official does business with the city, they need to file a statement of business dealings, so everybody's aware that the possibility that a council member is doing business with the city. And right now, we have mechanical repairman come in here to City Hall and the DPW garage or something like that. We'd like to add Mr. DeWitt, his business to that list if there was an emergency. We couldn't get hold of our regular contractors, we could call Tri-Cities Heating and Cooling, and they could come and do the work for us. Mr. DeWitt has provided the statement of business in the past for the city. I think they've only called you once or twice over the years.
Yeah, probably 3 times, and then I put the new heaters on the old City Hall. Typically, I'm the 2nd or 3rd choice.
So it's something that happens very infrequent, but if it does happen, we want to make sure everybody's aware that we're doing business with Mr. DeWitt.
So staff is happy right now with the present heating and cooling, electrical people and everything?
Yes, yeah.
We're just basically, we've used Mike in the past in an emergency, we want to cover ourselves.
Correct,
Is that what we're saying?
yes.
Typically, when I get involved is when their regular contractor is tied up for a couple days. Typically, I can respond within an hour, hour and a half. So if it's an emergency, you know, and that Matt asked me to do this just as a second or third backup.
Anyone have any questions or concerns?
I understand why we're doing it, but it does make me uncomfortable having paying a council member.
We're trusting it, this doesn't have to happen. But in the past, it has had to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just
I want you to be
perception.
comfortable.
Perception.
I mean, it's not, I think as long as maybe as the city is, we're clear on what the protocol is, that Mr. DeWitt's essentially our emergency HVAC guy, that other vendors will be given preference before him. I think that we can, you know, justify it to citizens.
Typically, I'm the second or third choice. And I have no interest in being the number one choice.
We have our regulars.
Yes, we do.
Any more discussion or questions? Seeing none, Amber.
Is there a motion?
Oh, do we have a motion? Sorry. We're
This is
still in
a discussion. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Your Honor,
So do we want to take some action on this?
I'll move to approve the statement of business dealings with the city between Mr. DeWitt and City of Ferrisburg.
Very good. Motion of support, someone?
And this supposed to be scheduled as a work session if we agree?
Oh. This is a statement of
we on
business
D?
dealings.
Work- Yeah, we're on E, right?
7D.
Oh, we're on D?
It says discussion.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So we have a motion on the floor from Jake. Someone gonna, you willing to second this?
Right, I'm on the wrong. I'll second it.
Okay. Motion and support. Once again, call for discussion. Hearing none.
Councilmember Sterling,
Yes.
Councilmember Montgomery,
No.
Councilmember Sias,
Yes.
Councilmember Murdoch,
No.
Councilmember DeWitt,
Abstain.
Mayor Carlson.
Yes.
That would be it. Yep, motion passed. Making sure.
Very good. Moving on to 7E, discussion and take action if appropriate to schedule a work session as a regular agenda item for our June 16th, 2025 meeting. Greg, what do you got on there for work session?
Suggested topic would be review of the 2025 city council goals.
Okay.
Craig, have you got any update from the library?
They're working on funding and other things right now, but they're working on it, but nothing's come back yet.
They responded to us about
weeks ago.
the lockers?
They're working on it.
So that is moving forward.
Yes. The library's working on it. They'll get back to us when they're ready.
Where are they going?
We haven't heard anything specific yet.
Anyone else have any ideas for a work session that they'd like to be addressed?
Oh, yeah, with the
So the planning commission is reviewing that at this time.
chair repair.
It's scheduled to,
I've got one arm down here and then one arm up here, so I'm kind of like this tonight.
And I swapped out a good chair for you because Bill isn't here.
Oh, gee, well,
There's been some emails back and forth between staff and a couple city council members about the graphic. And I don't know if I'm using it correctly, but the synopsis of the meetings,
yes.
and maybe one of you fellows would
Yeah, so I
talk
stopped
about
in
that better than I could.
last week and walked and talk to Craig and Mary about having a Canva account so I can just share a template with you.
Mhm.
And we can. Amber, if you have an account, if you want to send me the,
I don't, but I mean, I could create one.
Okay.
as you-
and then I have Mary's.
Does staff have time for this? I know that, you know, in your budget, or your proposed budget for next year, you've added a half person for city staff. Is this above and beyond the call of duty, what staff is able to?
No, we put some synopsis on the website after a meeting, but once it's a template, we'll be able to fill that and release.
Very good. Yes.
We're talking about the email that Mr. Curley sent. Yeah, I'm in favor of that.
Talked about several times and just haven't got it off the ground.
Time to get it off the ground.
Feels like it's happening this time.
All right.
Okay, so the only thing we have on there is this, the 2025 city council goals. Review.
Yes.
Right, very good. Moving on to number 8, public comments. Do we have any public comment tonight?
David Brockmeyer, 17753 68th Avenue, for as long as that house still exists. Just wanted to give you a quick update since I came in for the vote, which I missed, but we are planning on breaking ground on Cottage Shores within the next 30 days. That's we've got some work to do with Craig on road things and documentation and that sort of thing, but just wanted to let you guys know that we're moving forward, and we have cleared hurdle after hurdle. So a lot more than I expected in some ways, but not in others. So just as a way of update for Cottage Shores, we are looking to break ground in about 30 days.
Wonderful. Great,
I'm
thank
happy
you.
to answer any questions if anybody's got any.
Thank you. Do we have any other further public comments? Mrs. Beebe? No? Okay. Report, city manager.
No report?
Okay. City council members, who'd like to go first? Okay, Mr. Sterling.
Sure, I'll be the first one to say no report
Very
tonight.
great. No report, okay.
Really no report. We're meeting next Monday for the finalization of our picnic, the 4th of July.
Actually, Mayor, can I say one thing?
Of course.
I did want to say that I attended the ribbon cutting for CC's Market in town on Saturday, and I'm very excited as a official here in the city to have a new business in town. The turnout was incredible. There was a lot of people there, and I just think that it's great that I think it's been hard for me to remember when the last new business came to Ferrysburg and there was this much fanfare around it. And it was just a great event on Saturday. And I wish Jorge and CC all the luck. They're friends of our family. And I hope that business is there for decades to come. That's it.
Mr. DeWitt?
Oh, it's up to me?
It is.
No report. Oh,
Okay.
I got one question. Craig, at the last meeting, yes, did you look into that ADA deal about wheelchairs and such what? Did you get any official notification or update for us?
No, I've referred to the city attorney. I haven't heard back yet.
Can you put a bug in his ear?
Yep.
Yep. Report.
Yep, I attended the ribbon cutting at CC's with Deb and Jake. It was a phenomenal turnout, I think, definitely more than I was expecting. I'm super excited to see that business grow and flourish. Lots of good stuff there if you haven't checked it out yet. We have a rec commission meeting coming up this month. We have our party in the park coming up in a couple weeks. So we'll have a band, we'll have food trucks. Hope to see all of you there. Third Wednesday of the month. NORA board meeting coming up. We will be voting on updated bylaws with Robinson being removed, and that puts us one step closer to hopefully getting some additional funding through now that they step back and are no longer, help me out here, Craig, they're no longer part of the authority, but they're still contributing.
Correct, yep.
They'll still be supportive, they'll still contribute from their budget, but we won't go to their voters for a millage, which has been a challenge over the past 5 years or so to get a millage through for Nora. We have to have all of the communities in the authority approve that millage, and they were our hand. So good things going on with Nora. We'll have our annual fundraiser July 15th, I believe. So we'll send you all invites when it gets closer. It'll be at the Unicorn. We'll sell tickets for it, and hopefully you guys are able to come. It's a good way to support Nora, support our community, and support some of our underprivileged kids that we sponsor scholarships for summer camp. So with that, end report.
Great. Last week had MPO meeting. Everything is still moving forward for Smiths Bridge. Craig, have you heard anything on 168th Avenue?
Yes, they'll be starting next Monday the 9th.
Next Monday?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So clear sailing thus far with that project
Yes.
overall.
Yep.
I should share that I did have a phone call from Ben Ainsworth out on North Shore Road. My monthly phone call regarding the speeding, and that the speeding is still up, and that he'd like to see some action. So this summer, maybe we'll do something to at least give some voices to the citizens at a meeting. Other than that, I have no other report.
Your Honor, I was
Yes.
a little
Go ahead.
disappointed Bill's not here. I did see a request for speed bumps in Parkway.
Yeah. I was just gonna bring that up. I had an email from a resident about speeding in Parkway, so maybe if we could, or Parkwood.
Parkwood,
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe if we get somebody posted in there, just Craig, maybe.
Yep. I've asked the sheriff's department to patrol that a little heavy right now.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I was recently in New York on vacation, and I think that maybe we just have a naming problem. Here we call them speed tables. In New York State, they call them speed humps. That was more amiable.
You should tell Ainsworth that.
Yeah. Good thought. Other than that, that's the end of my report. Motion to
Quick
adjourn. Yes.
question. Craig, have we requested the sheriff do more speed patrols? I mean, we made a request to you to request that, 3-4 months ago out on North Shore.
They set the speed table or flashing speed out there for 2 or 3 weeks out there.
We get an officer out there a little more often, or?
We've asked them to patrol North Shore. We've asked them to patrol all the streets in the city for speeding. And so they're trying to make a constant effort to do that now.
Okay, thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Record here.